So if you didn't know, Jason Ferrin Drift, it's his name on Instagram, has an obsession with R31 Skyline wagons. Now we're building another one. So right here is the next edition. So we're calling it V3 Wagon. This thing is going to be an absolute competition drift monster. We're gonna throw everything we can at this thing. 2J sequential, 1,000 horsepower, nice removable rear end, whatever, it's gonna have it. It's gonna have it all. And then it's gonna get sent somewhere around the world, don't know where, and Jason's gonna shred tires and put on a show for the people. If you've been following Keep Reet for a little while now, you'll probably know that this car, we've had this car for like 2 years. So we got a roll cage in it a very long time ago, thanks to Grubby. And just recently now, I built a rotisserie for it. We got it sandblasted, and then it sat for another 6 months. Gang! But we are gonna make a start. We've been collecting a lot of parts on this thing, and it is time to start putting it together and making an absolute monster of a car. So I've had James wire-wheeling all the seam sealer that the sandblaster couldn't remove, and then he's gone along and stitch welded basically every seam there is. Next step, I'm gonna get it off the rotisserie on a hoist, and we're gonna dummy fit the engine, gearbox in the car, look at mounting, and just start putting this thing together. We got a cool rear end on its way. 2JZ, gonna be throwing some Nitto internals in it. It's a GE that we're gonna be beefing up. Got a Quiafe Sequential sent all the way from the UK, 6-speed sequential. That thing's gonna be spicy, so switching it up from the G-Force H pattern over to a Quiafe Sequential, so that'll be pretty cool. The rest of it, you'll see in due time, but I'm gonna get this thing on the hoist, get out our 2JZ, which has been sitting in storage for 5 years, and we can start to make the gearbox to the 2J, get it in this thing and start looking at doing some mounts and all the rest of that cool stuff. If you're excited to see the V3 Wagon finally get worked on, hit the like button, let us know down in the comments below, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. It is time. Let's get cranking on this thing. So I've chucked her on the hoist, I've topped out the rad support because race car will have it bolt in and out, so you can just slide the motor in and out nice and easy. And yeah, I'm just gonna start hammering into this thing, getting shit done. So I've dug out the motor. If you didn't know, this thing's going 2JZ. This is a 2JZ GE VVTi. So it's a non-turbo. We have some Nitto goodies to be putting in the bottom end, so it doesn't really matter that it's non-turbo. They're like $1,000 instead of 10,000 bucks. So yeah, she's gonna be getting the Nitto goodies. It's gonna get everything basically, and it's gonna be gorgeous when it's done, no doubt, and really expensive, no doubt. But that's what we're here for. It's gonna be pretty cool. So we've got that. I'm gonna leave it as is condition for a lot of our dummying up, our fabricating, and everything like that before we go ahead and I mean, there is a few things I can probably do, like move the factory oil filter housing, pull off the water pump, that coolant next going in the bin. And it's all going in the bin. The sump can also go in the bin because we're going dry sump. Dang. So we are partners with Ross Performance, and we've been using their products for a while. They're gonna be sending us out a dry sump kit for this thing, which is absolutely gangster. That's going to be huge. Another very exciting part is you might have seen this shiny paperweight sitting beside me. Well, it is slightly more than a paperweight. This is a Quiafe 6-speed sequential transmission. Oof, this is what dreams are made of. Premium. We've opted for the short shifter. That's what Jason wanted to go. The blue, the red, and these like white knobs that they use. Oof, I reckon it's just something about it that really tickles me the right way. This thing's got gear selector, gear position sensor, digital gear position indicator with oil temp. There's a gauge, and it'll show temperature and gear. It's got a built-in oil pump, fittings to go out to an oil filter and an oil pump. So I believe it goes there, through a filter, and then out of it, and then through a cooler, and then in there. Anyway, that's that. Ooh! So this thing's capable of all the power you can throw at it. It's the E69G1, and yeah, it's the big boy version of their sequential gearboxes. These things have seen many podiums in Formula Drift and all the rest of it, so I don't think we'll be having too many issues with that one. Now, bell housing, we've got a genuine Toyota R154 bell housing, so that'll bolt straight to the 2J. Because it's not an SFI bell housing, we will have to make a flywheel steel cover and basically stop the flywheel from chopping your legs off. I'm gonna get this thing mated to the 2J. Probably gonna chop the tunnel out. It is a small gearbox, but we want this thing easy to work on. We want to be able to just rip that box in and out if you have to. So with the barrel wags, we kept the standard tunnel with some massaging. And it's not too bad to work on, but it could be easier. So we'll see. I'm gonna get the standard 31K frame and bolt that in, and then look at engine mounts as well. All right, come over here. Got the K-frame all modified for the E46 purple tag rack. Put the steering shaft in, try and meet that up. I need to get a different uni, because that no go on there. So I might go get an S13 column uni, modify that, do some welding, that'll be sweet. I've got some tough mounts. So they're a S13 tough mount. They're a really good quality mount that I'm gonna use. And then I'm probably gonna remove these cast engine arms and just make some out of some steel. But I'm gonna leave them on for the minute, just for shits and giggles, see how it sits. Pulled the sump off, lower and upper oil pans, because this thing's going dry sump and I don't want the sump in the way. But yeah, I'm gonna put this back in and see if we can get some mounts made. All right, we're making progress on the V3. We have got engine mounts made for the 2JZ, no shit, on our K-frame with the front rack. So you saw I got that done. We got some tough mounts in there. Jason didn't want this thing solid mounted like the barrel wags. He wants a little bit of insulation for his butthole.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
That's why we've gone ahead. Tough mounts are a really good engine mount to use. That's just an S13 one. And then I just made these arms to go to the engine. And yeah, it all sits pretty mint and they're nice and strong. That's for damn sure. Speaking of, now I'm gonna make the gearbox cross member. So I'll lift the car in the air. Our angle we're looking for is anywhere from 2 to 4 degrees of downward slope to the rear. I prefer around the 2 degrees area. I think everything just sits a little bit nicer. The engine is pretty much center. It's like 1 or 2 mil offset that way, which is where it was sitting when I was making the engine mounts. I didn't bother changing it because the hot side is a lot heavier than the cold side, so a couple mil that direction isn't gonna hurt for weight distribution. Not that it'll probably make any difference, but a couple mil, why not? I just left it where it was. It's nice and low, it's very low. We got a Ross dry sump kit coming, so hopefully our dry sump pan will clear the K-frame. Otherwise, I'll make it work, because that's what I do. Anyway, let's keep chugging. Progress on the V3. Should have our motor and gearbox mounted up very soon, and then yeah, we'll keep going, get this thing cranking, baby. Also want to give a shout out to SP Tools. I've been using this air grinder for cutting all that 5mm plate. Yeah, anyway, big fan. I rate it. I'm officially mounted up, so I'll lift the car up in a minute. I'll show you the gearbox cross member I just made, but our 2JZ and our Quiafe 6-speed sequential is officially a part of this 31 wagon, and it looks like it was meant to be, which is good. I threw some shiny bits at it, just because you have to. Gangster Plasma Man, Ross rocker covers. Ross, send us out your new ones, please. The lines, that'd be great. Yeah, PW up. Ooh. And we're going to be running a 6-boost exhaust manifold with I'm not sure if I'm allowed to give away the secrets, but I guess I will. T4 divided entry, designed for a twin pulse rear housing, but using a standard rear housing. So it's a divided entry into a single entry. Helps for the cane noises. That's what we got on the barrel wags. That combined with a very scientific based exhaust system will provide the perfect sounds that we're looking for. Here at Keep Reet, we're very passionate about our sounds, all that matters. Anyway, I'll lift it up in there, we can have a look at my cross member. Ta-da! Come have a look, Joe. Cross member, mounted.
Wow.
How beautiful does that Quiafe look? I think it's pretty nice. Over-engineered, as usual.
As usual.
No, you got something to say? You got something to say? Let's have a look at your engineering, shall we? Yeah, let's go have a look.
Now.
Oh, we're crossing in between videos. Oh! From our good friends at Wisefab. So we've got an E46 Purple.
Why purple tag? What's
wow,
purple
there's
tag
a few different ratios to how many turns the steering wheel turns, and pretty sure Ryan Literal seems to be swearing by yellow tag, but I don't think we can get them in Australia very easily. And purple tag are common, so I could get one for a decent price, so that's what we're running for now, and I think it'll be okay. Yeah, and as you can see, we've got no clutch either, so that is something I'm going to sort out in the very near future, but I've got the main heart of the beast all mounted up nicely. I think I'm going to do the diff next, even though it's a big job. Ta-da! That's a big ass girl!
Jesus Christ. There we go.
So
we have.
That is a 9-inch Winters quick change, a live axle rear end.
That's
obviously closed tube. We got floating hubs, dual wheelwood calipers,
wow,
all the cool stuff.
What a gear
So
suit.
in the next episode, I'm going to be diving into this and working out how to put that into that. We're going to wrap this one up here, get a video out on the V3 for you guys, but don't worry, we're going to be cranking out a bunch more videos on this thing and getting it sailing along. There is somewhat of a deadline, so that's fun. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, one of the hardest parts of the build is complete, so should be smooth sailing from here on out, and not the case at all. But next episode, I think we will rip into the rear end. I'm still debating on that, but that's it. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.